What a do guys, Space Odd Jobs here, and today let's switch things up a little bit. We're going to talk about the top 5 12 episodes-ish anime that deserves a Blu-ray DVD purchase. This top 5 ranking is made based on my personal recommendation, factoring in quality of the animation, the music, the story, voice acting, all together rank based on the audience polls on my anime list. This series covers a wide variety of different scopes, from the ordinary reality to the extraordinary circumstances, and even sometimes to the regime of the supernatural. Now bear in mind that the following video does not serve as a full anime review. You guys can watch the full breakdown of each show from other various popular content creators, links below. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 5. Yuri on Ice. A story about Yuri Katsuki, a young skater who gave up hope after he lost a major skating tournament. And just when he thought he has no way out of his love for a poor cutlet, Viktor Nikiforov, a world-renowned skating figure, showed up on his front door and offered to become his mentor. And at this point, our boy Yuri finds out about the challenges in his path of returning to the skating rink. Right off the bat, the first thing I really like about Yuri on Ice, this beautiful musical score, in which even the Japanese Olympic skating team used in their performance. Speaking of which, if you're a fan of popular sports anime like Haikyuu, Free, or Welcome to the Ballroom, then this is definitely the show for you. And despite some of its flaws when it comes to pacing or giving you enough time to invest on certain characters, animation-wise though, it is worth binging through all the episodes in one take. After all, it was brought to you by Seiyo Yamamoto, the talents behind storyboarding for Psycho Pass, Kakegurui, and Ergo Proxy, along with a key animator who worked on One Punch Man, Black Lagoon, and Ghost in the Shell. Since Yamamoto-san is the original creator of Yuri on Ice, plus the fact that she's a fan of figure skating, it makes sense that she really invested in the dynamic range of the character movement. Plus, this execution fits well with the musical scores, which really captures the arts of figure skating. Overall, the show pretty much got the hype it deserves. Well, maybe not like Crunchyroll level of overhype, considering its dose of fan services. But for fans of sports anime, musical scores, or for someone who just loved the overall quality of the animation, the Blu-ray edition definitely worth the wallet. So make sure to check it out and spread the word. Number 4. Zenko no Terror. There was an attack at a nuclear-powered station which was left unnoticed by the public until a series of terrorism acts unfolded around Tokyo landmarks. All was orchestrated by 2 young boys who identified themselves as Sphinx as they revealed clues of their next attacks using a series of riddles. While their identities and origins remain as a mystery, the motivation behind their action was merely to simply let the world know that they existed. The show pretty much hits the bar in every single categories, from that spine-chilling original soundtrack to this uniquely dark undertone that reflects the characters themselves. All together at the helm of Shinichiro Watanabe, and you got yourself a unique series that stands out from the rest of the crowd in the summer of 2014 anime season. Even when there are some major fallbacks, like certain scenes being too dark, lack of convincing motivation for some protagonists, or that horrible English accent, there's no doubt that there were indeed memorable scenes from the series. Those who have seen it knows exactly what I meant. And if I were you, I would definitely recommend getting a Blu-ray copy of the series so that you, your friends, your families, even your pets could experience it over again. Also, a quick shout out to Yoko Kanno for her phenomenal contribution in the soundtrack. The combination of the Icelandic vocals with classical instruments brought a hauntingly unique sound to this one-of-a-kind series. Honestly, man, that soundtrack still gave me chills. Go and get it. You won't be disappointed. Number 3. Bokudake no Inaimachi. Imagine if you have this power to go back in time, even for a few seconds, to prevent something terrible from happening in the future. Welcome to the world of Erase, the town where only I'm missing. It follows our MC Satoru, who possessed this extraordinary power in which one day he found out that he traveled as far as a decade into the past to uncover the truth about a string of murders of his classmates. And from this point onward, Satoru will discover what it takes to fix his regrets and to reach a reasonable outcome in the future. If there's one person that I'm truly grateful in the series, it would be Yuki Kajiura. I mean, the soundtrack alone convinced me to just buy the DVD and experience the roller coaster ride without even watching the anime. Literally, this is the first thing that I absolutely love about the series. The second being the blend of supernatural and psychological, almost time-traveling vibes that will hook you up. Think about it. The plot of Erase, whereas the main character experiences multiple revive to go back in time, reconstructing the world line to achieve a diverged future, which does sound kind of familiar to that other certain show. The final strong point is how the overall characters were set up, ranging from victims of domestic abuse to a twisted killer who's a professional at what he does. Having said that, Erase is not without its flaws. I'm talking about a predictable character development and a certain ship that was sunk like a freaking Titanic. But overall, if you guys are in for elements of thriller, you don't want to miss spending your money on a copy of this Blu-ray. Number 2. Violet Evergarden. Set in an alternative Europe, we get a chance to follow the footsteps of a young girl called Violet as she transitions from the military to civilian life after serving in the war. As she continues her journey to work as an auto memory doll, she seeks out to answer that one single question. What is love? By the way, auto memory doll means like a ghostwriter at someone's request. Once again, Kyoto Animation has brought us another visually stunning series. In fact, Violet Evergarden is so beautiful, it is easy to forget how much effort it took for the animators to get to the quality it is at. Which I'm sitting here writing down, recording the script for this segment, and I could still hear their studio budget cries in agony from the production of Violet Evergarden. Even I'm confident that the animation quality could be almost on par with that insanely detailed visuals of the Garden of Words. But this can be compared to other shows and movies produced by KyoAni, such as Koe no Katachi and Sound Euphonium. Which is why I'm strongly recommended all my peers to go out and grab a copy of the Blu-ray, just to cater the level of details that were put in the show. Music-wise, it is fantastic in terms of the use of classical instruments to further promote the quality of the animation. And speaking of which, gosh, I just love those transition time-lapse scenes. In conclusion, I guess the only negative aspects of Violet Evergarden is that it is one of the saddest shows ever. and to the point that it could cost the tissue paper industry a run for its money. Which leads to one last note. If you do want to experience this series, make sure to have a shoulder to cry on. And yes, plenty of tissues. Now, before moving on to number 1, I would like to present to you my Blu-ray honorable mention. And I would recommend this to fans in general, specifically fans of the Fate series, to grab a copy of Kara no Kyoukai, otherwise known as the Garden of Sinners. Oftentimes known as Rakuo, Kara no Kyoukai is an adaptation from the light novel of the same name. The primary premise has a heavy focus on supernatural and murder mysteries. Which is indeed, for those who happens to have stepped upon the series for the first time, it will surely mystery the heck out of them. Maybe it's because the 8 movies does not follows a chronological order, kinda similar to how the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya plotline worked. Now this may sound like a major flaw, but the fact that you would have to watch the entire series to put together the pieces of the puzzle actually represents a really unique and methodical ways of storytelling. And some may not be a fan of this type of critically overwhelming ways of experiencing an adaptation, but no one can deny the fact that the animation quality is stellar. And this is the sole reason why Kara no Kyoukai hands down deserves the Blu-ray treatment. Sure, you might not like the plot, but the fight scenes are satisfying as f. It is generically a magnificent series too, and I can promise you that once you get started, you will be invested throughout all the quote-unquote episodes. Whether you like the confusing plot or not, the music and the animation quality of Kara no Kyoukai is where it's at. And finally, number 1. If there's one anime that defines who we are in 2018, it would be Sora Yorimo Toi Basho, which is about a group of young girls who literally travel to a place further than the universe. This is one out of many highlights in the winter of 2018 besides our number 2 contender, and it deserves to be in this bucket list and reserve its top spot. It's a tale about friendship, breaking the ordinary, and proves that nothing is impossible. The idea of traveling to Antarctica gives this anime a unique taste and brought in this breath of fresh air into storytelling and character development. Now, for those who have seen the show, it is understandable as to why I've ranked this number 1. Everything from the cinematography, the visuals, the music, it's amazing writing. It is very difficult to point out little to no flaw. And actually surprising too, knowing that this was a show by the same studio that brought us One Punch Man, Overlord, and Hunter x Hunter, plus the same composer, sound director, and director who work on No Game No Life. I also like the fact that there's a sense of change and movement in the show. From the ordinary school life, the struggle and conflicts of each of the girls, to before you know it, together they decide to pack their bags and going on an adventure. Oh wait, wrong anime. For me and pretty much everyone else, this anime inspired us about the ideas of facing our own challenges and moving forward in life without letting all the negative thoughts and hurdles control us. So without a doubt, this anime deserves a copy of the Blu-ray on your shelves as a great introduction, and it's also a very enjoyable series for those who are not the casual viewers too. So there you have it, my personal top 5 Blu-ray recommendation that covers and expands of different genres, Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell icon for notification. That's it for the special recommendation. I'm Space Art Jobs, and I shall see you on the flip side.